Okay guys, I'm back again with another sort of guide for the new chain challenge which came out. My units can be seen on the left hand side. They're exactly the same as the last video. This chain challenge is actually a lot harder than I anticipated, but this is my strategy. The merges shouldn't really matter too much, but I'll explain briefly when we get to the final map where merges do matter. But you'll see what I mean. It's very specific. The first 9 maps can be done without many merges, providing you have a summoner support on your Reinhardt. Keep in mind, I do take into account that your units may not be merged, such as your Reinhardt. That's the reason why I do use Julia and Lucina, which are neutral merges. So the first map is fairly straightforward. You just want to follow my movements, kill the Wyvern Rider, and then they will break the block, and that will cause them to attack Julia. And you can kill the Green Mage and then proceed to finish off the map. What you want to do here is kill Julia and move her directly downwards, and this is very important because once you play this map you'll know exactly what to do. And the reason why we place Julia down is that a axe unit spawns in, and with threat and resistance free and Dragon Fang death blow free and ally support, you can one shot the green horse. You don't necessarily need the ally support, but it does help. With Hone Attack, Reinhardt can kill the blue mage with Moonbow. And you want to back off. And again, there is a reason for this, because a guard bullfighter will spawn. And a neutral speed Lucina can double this. Can. So double and kill. I suggest you use Reinhardt to kill the bullfighter if you want, or Olivia, is really up to you. I used Reinhardt because you're going to have to move Reinhardt. Again, you want to put your Julia in the range of this green mage so you can green Tonebreaker him, and as a result you can finish him off. This will then again proc your Dragon Fang. As you can see, we've trapped this blue horse in the corner, which is again, we predicted that would happen. Here I decide to attack the green axe and then kill the red mage. You don't necessarily have to attack the green Pegasus Knight. I only did that for simplicity. Lucina can then double and kill the blue horse. Again, we have Julia in the prime position to Dragon Fang, threat and resistance free the green mage which spawns. So again, when you play these defensive maps, you need to abuse the enemy spawning mechanics so you can kill them as they spawn. And you could just clean up the rest of the map. Keep in mind, this map does have a 4-turn limit. Luckily we do have Julia, which makes blue dragons very easy to kill. So what you want to do is give Julia Hone Attack free, which is required. Dance Julia to kill the blue dragon. And then put Reinhardt in the position to kill the red dragon. As you can see, I gave Reinhard Horn Attack. This was for a reason, so that he can easily kill any dragons if required. Here I opt to kill Grima with Lucina. Your Lucina will always double Grima, and then you can kill the red dragon with Julia and dancing.
Let's go.
Simply use Reinhard to kill the lance fighter. As you can see, I've got spur attack from Lucina to help me facilitate this kill. But say for example, if you cannot do that, you'll then end your turn and you'll weaken the unit with Julia, which will proc your Dragon Fang. So again, it's really up to you. I decided to go with the Dragon Fang route because, as you know, proccing Dragon Fang is very helpful. Then kill the Lance Knight, and that map is actually complete. This map, despite the way it looks, is actually fairly easy, and there's a good reason for that. It's because you can kill a unit and then reposition out. This Bow Cavalier is restricted and has to move down the right hand side.
Understood.
So don't worry about him. Don't worry about this fight either, because you will Moonbow Hardin 2 times in a row. So Moonbow 1, Moonbow 2. So it doesn't matter about your merges, you will one-shot him. Heal Reinhard, and the enemies will run down because, of course, this red horse will chase Julia like an animal, and we will exploit that. So we're going to back off again. Here I was just testing how much damage Julia will do, but retreat. And as you can tell, the bullfighter has to again go around the left hand side due to the forest, and you could kill him. Here I dance Reinhard to kill this cleric with spur attack, con attack, ally support. Say for example, if you could not do that due to having a low merge Reinhard, you could always move Lucina up to give Reinhard an additional spur attack. But you should be able to kill him with Moonbow anyway. This is just an example.
Orders.
Let's go.
Notice how Julia does in fact have Dragon Fang. What I'm doing here is healing.
Of course. Okay. All right.
I wanted to heal my units just in case, because I couldn't remember what the next maps were. This was my first attempt at doing this chain challenge, so just on the safe side I was healing my units. So I healed Olivia, and then I killed the Green Axe fighter. So stage 5 again is a relatively simple map if you know what you're doing. Keep in mind they do have armor march, so you don't want to get caught off guard.
Of course.
What we want to do is exploit the enemy due to their spawning positions, and we can again kill Hardin.
Let's go.
The poor guy doesn't catch a break. Again, it's the same thing. We will Moonbow him 2 times in a row, so you don't really need to worry about that.
Sure.
You then want to dance Reinhard and retreat.
All right. What?
After healing Reinhard to get back into the Lance breaker free threshold, we can simply back off. And what we want to do is put Reinhardt into the corner. We do not want Reinhardt to die. And we want to put Julia in the range of this Cavalier. Keep in mind, Julia does have spare attack boost, and Dragon Fang, Green Tonebreaker will kill the Green Cavalry. We're manipulating the AI of the enemy now. We know that Grima is going to chase Reinhardt. So again, we're doing a bit of that AI manipulation. We want to separate the enemy team. So Grima moved to the right, and now we're in the pole position to kill Levitain, and we could simply end our turn. We know from the previous map that Lucina can kill Grima, but we need Lucina to be on relatively high HP.
Okay.
I actually found this pretty hilarious because my Olivia's plus 10 merge and she would have died.
Sure. Let's go.
So here, again,
Okay.
I know that my Lucina will survive an encounter with Grima,
Alright.
so I opted to tank.
Let's go.
So here I could see that Grima cannot kill Lucina, so I realized that I could literally just face tank Grima, and I do kill him. It's kind of symbolic in a way, but whatever.
Alright.
And now we can kill the final enemy. Lion, I'm not sure how you say her name. I think it's like Nordic or Greek or something. I'm not sure. The enemies do not move until you attack.
Let's go.
I believe. So you can heal units, but I didn't do that because again this was my first attempt at the map, so I wasn't too sure. But luckily you can kill all these enemies,
Okay.
and you can back off.
Of course.
I played this extremely badly because what you can do is bait Morgan to the right hand side if you tank with Julia, but Julia was on low HP on this run through, so I could not do that. Again, this is very situational, because my Lucina is plus speed. She can double Morgan for the kill with Luna and hold an attack. But what I want you to keep in mind is that by the way, again, this is my first playthrough of this chain challenge. That's the reason why I'm kind of testing the damage. So as you can see, she's got 34 speed, and my Lucina can double that.
Let's go.
And again, Reinhardt cannot kill Morgan. She gets plus 10 resistance on attack, but my Lucina can, and I was kind of shocked by this. So kill Morgan. If you cannot kill Morgan, don't worry, I got your back. I didn't forget about you.
Okay.
What you can do is dance Lucina. And when you dance, body block the Green X unit, because your unit does have Triangle Deck 3. So say for example you could not kill Morgan with Lucina, you would dance Lucina and attack again. And keep in mind, this time you have +4 attack extra due to Olivia's spur attack, and you could then kill Morgan with Lucina, and then you could clean up. So don't think I forgot about you. This map is another easy one if you know what you're doing. We're going to abuse the fact that Julia has a bonus over dragons. The green dragon does have Sacred Cowl. So don't worry about that. Again, you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm healing my units up to max HP or near max. We can then kill this green dragon, and then we can dance to move Julia out of the way from Crumb, and we can kill the green dragon. We can then kill the bullfighter. This bullfighter does not have distant defense or guard bow, so your Reinhardt can kill him. And Crumb will go down to chase Julia. This allows us to blow him up with Reinhardt. And you can then dance and kill this flyer. Keep in mind you will double moonbow him again, but again, just in case you can't kill him for some odd reason, hit him with the threat and resistance 3 and give Reinhardt Horn Attack, Spare Attack. So and ally support. So funnily enough, that's a plus 10 minus 5 on him, so like plus 15 damage per hit. Or something like that. Again, we procced the Dragon Fang on Julia from the previous map on purpose. If your charges aren't matching up on that previous map, you can use Julia to attack the Lance Flyer. Anyways, you want to give Julia Horn Attack, Spare Attack, and Spare Attack, and ally support from Lucina and Olivia. This will allow Julia to act as a super nuke with Dragon Fang. So again here, I was supposed to show you Lucina's ally support, but I clicked the wrong character. So as you can see, Julia's getting plus 14 attack, 8 from Spare Attack, 4 from Horn Attack, and 2 from ally support. I was thinking about whether to put Reinhardt on the left for AI manipulation of Jerome, but Jerome always buffs enemy units, so you can't manipulate his AI.
Understood.
Kill this Lance Flyer. You should be able to do that with Moon Bow 2 times. You can then back off. Because Jerome is a buff bot, he will always buff a unit and then the next unit will move, so that will create some space, allowing you to kill the red flyer who chases Julia, and then you can simply again turtle until you kill Jerome. I mean, there's no rush now, the map is pretty much complete.
Let's go.
Again here I'm killing Jerome. This was maybe bad in hindsight because I could have procced Julia's Dragon Fang or built up some charges on the Dragon Fang, but it doesn't matter too much. What you may not know is that Julia cannot kill this blue dragon without Horn Attack. So you have one option. You can choose to attack this green X unit with Reinhardt or Julia and then reposition out, but I decided to go for an unconventional method, and that is to use Reinhardt to tank the Lance Flyer. And there's a reason for this. Because Reinhardt has Lance Breaker, there's very little chance of him taking much damage. I put Olivia next to Reinhardt to give Reinhardt ally support. You can then kill the Lance unit with Reinhardt, and we can then AI manipulate the enemy into giving us a outcome we like. So for example, what I mean by this is I put Reinhardt, so this is what I meant by the way by Julia needs Horn Attack. So I know Morgan will chase Julia and the blue dragon will chase Reinhardt or Lucina, so we can manipulate the AI. So doing this, we can then retreat, because as you can see, Julia cannot get to the blue dragon and Reinhardt cannot get to Morgan. But if we back off which we are doing, we can put our units in a position where both Reinhardt and Julia get home attack.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So due to the covering of the mountains and forest, these enemies cannot touch us.
Of course.
And as you can see, we've manipulated the
Alright.
Green Knight down the bottom to chase Reinhardt. Again, with home attack, Julia can kill
Okay.
the Blue Dragon. Although I did have extra damage from Spare Attack and Ally Support, but it's not required. We can then pick off the Green Axe unit. Again, in hindsight, I should have proc Julia's Dragon Fang. So if you're watching this and you're at this bit, I suggest you proc Julia's Dragon Fang. Had a cut in the audio there. But proc Dragon Fang, you'll see why in a second, because it's very important for this mission. Crom does have chill defense, and due to my mergers on my units, I'm not sure for you which unit will be afflicted with this debuff. So in my case, both Reinhardt and Olivia have the debuff, and the reason why this matters is because my initial strategy was to get someone to tank. Like for example, Reinhardt will kill Crom and then tank the bullfighter after getting repositioned out. But because I don't know which unit of yours will get debuffed, I try to go for this alternative strategy. And what's very interesting is that due to my, I'm not sure if it's due to my Olivia speed, but this bullfighter cannot double my Olivia. So my Olivia has 41 speed with ally support, and the bullfighter has 40 speed. But what's very interesting is that when you end your turn and Jerome goes to buff the bullfighter cannot attack you, because Jerome takes up the only space in which the bullfighter can attack. So
Understood.
I was so baffled when this happened, because I assumed Olivia would tank the bullfighter, but she didn't tank anything. So I decided to kill the bullfighter, and then turtle essentially. I played this very badly, by the way. Very badly. I should have moved Julia down one, but I didn't do that. Because if I moved Julia down one, I think it would have been a better location.
Okay.
Understood.
The reason why I say that is because
Alright.
I could have moved Lucina to where she is now, and I could have moved Julia right next to her. And if I proc the Dragon Fang, which I said you should do, Julia would have got ally support, spur attack bonus. She would not have gotten attack ployed, and she would have retaliated with Dragon Fang. So Morgan would have been on very low HP, and on top of that, she would have got hit by the threat and resistance. And then you could have killed Morgan with Reinhardt Moonbow, and then you could have danced and killed the Red Flyer. But because I did not prepare that, I was a bit baffled about how I should do this. I managed to do it Deathless, but that's only because I had a +10 Reinhardt. And you'll see why, because I danced Reinhardt, and I give him double spur attack. So again, sorry for me, because I literally, this was the first time I got this far. I was thinking of maybe moving Lucina and then dancing Lucina to attack Morgan, and then using Julia to attack Morgan for the kill, but I wasn't sure if this would kill Morgan, because she does get +10 defense when attacked by Julia. So I opted to go with the double spur attack, and my Reinhardt can barely kill Morgan. And because Morgan has guard, I do not proc Moonbow. So yeah, That's where you may have difficulty, but that's the reason why you should be proccing Dragon Fang in the previous map.
Of course.
And then it's pretty much home sailing and you win. So if you're watching this far, proc Dragon Fang to Julia, and it's pretty much game over. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully that gave you a few ideas on what to do.